Hello, mayors and mayoresses. How are you? I hope you're well. We're here to start another episode of Barboza. If you like this series, please leave your like here at the beginning of the video. Check your subscription. If you can hype it up, I'd really appreciate it if you hype this video. As we walk around our state through our congested industrial areas, the skyscraper and office areas anyway, we're on a mission to reduce unemployment. And man, we've made it. Right here, two mega industrial complexes that didn't work out. So the solution will have to be a little more drastic, a little more radical to see if we can handle this demand, right? Look, it wasn't congested here in the last episode, but now it is, okay? So it becomes a cycle of back and forth. I don't know if it's bugged. Well, it's definitely bugged. That's not the point. The point is, I don't know if this bug is cyclical, a chronic bug, because sometimes it clears out here. It gets empty out of nowhere. I think it starts spawning, summoning a bunch of cargo, a bunch of products, and then trucks just pop up. So it empties, then it fills up, and that's it, man, It's just out of control like this, see? Everything's congested, right? And we've never had a problem with that around here. But anyway, I don't care about this kind of bug that came with the port's downloadable content anymore. But I'm here on this mission to reduce this industrial demand. Man, right? We're here with unemployment at 28.2% exactly right. We didn't have this district, so we created this whole district. We created 16,000 jobs here, which barely made a dent in the city's unemployment rate. And here there's also a traffic problem. People want to leave here and come over here. And the city here, the Eastern European village, is causing congestion here, right? The traffic here is actually getting better. Look, in this direction, it was really heavy, and now it's already clearer. But man, the measure, drastic, is going to be. Unfortunately, I made the decision with a heavy heart. Okay, I know many of you have been waiting for this, right? For the moment for the Eastern European village to shine here, I was waiting too, but unfortunately, that moment won't come because it doesn't make any sense. For us to move forward here, renovate it, make it nice, and bring people to live here when that's not the state's priority. Okay, so it's with great regret that I'm doing this. I'm gonna have to turn this into an industrial area, and I know many of you must be thinking that way, right? Barboza, what are you doing? But I had an idea that I think could turn out well, and it will. Maybe, right? It could help us solve this bottleneck of demand and unemployment anyway. This whole industrial issue we've been facing in the last few episodes. I said for me, maybe not you guys, but it's boring. So we already had it here. Man, I actually saw it before it was destroyed. Here we had 14,200 people, right? So out of those 430,000 people that we have in the whole state, right, we're going to drop to around 410, 415. With this expropriation here in the Eastern European village, what I want to do probably won't last even one episode. Maybe I'll need more. When I explain, things will make sense. Maybe you won't agree, but I think they'll make sense. To be honest with you, I regretted it right from the start of the series, A few episodes after I began building here, of having built this Eastern European city here, because I thought it would be enough space for us to make a cool city. But there are so many cool assets for us to explore here in this Eastern European regional pack that I ended up realizing it was a very small place that I chose. The idea was to build it here in this valley, right? And I did it, but I ended up not even using the full potential of this regional pack. And that's why it stayed here for a while. Actually, it was sitting unused for a long time. But now we're going to figure something out, man, to delete it. It's really annoying. I don't know what kind of impact this is going to have on the economy, removing so many things at once. But since this wasn't even 5% of our population, I think the impact won't be that big. And maybe it will even be beneficial for the unemployment issue. Because the people here who were employed, they're obviously leaving the city, right? Will these positions be available to other unemployed people elsewhere on the map? So just removing this Eastern European village from here is already something that will help with the unemployment issue. Although there were some jobs here, they were still mostly public service jobs and also from people who worked in commerce. So that's it, a cleared area ready to be explored again or redesigned, right? Well, my intention is to build an expressway right here in the middle for those who aren't going to stop here. So I'm gonna do something more or less like what was done in the Chinese city. I'm gonna build a local road down here. I'll even connect this local road with this avenue up front. Actually, it's this one here. Look, which is an expressway. Man, wait, in my project, this area is also expropriated, okay? These farmlands here, all of this is going to be remodeled. There was a small, isolated, almost forgotten village here. It's also going to say goodbye to Barbosa Bay. I don't think I've ever done this, right? Not in any series. Really makes you feel a bit sad. But what can we do about it, right? It's going to be a revitalization for the whole region. This area will become much more important once we're done, because it really was kind of forgotten, right? All right, look, the area here is clean too. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'm even going to step back as well. This end here, you might even ask, hey, Barbosa, aren't you going to connect it over there? I will. But from here, we're going to have a new connection. And what new connection is that? A connection that's going to come here. Look, to this roundabout through this mountain in a tunnel just like the one we made here. A tunnel through the mountain. And then we're going to connect all the industrial areas on the map. This one, right? Because here there will be industry and there will be a passage to this other industrial area, right? Still in the future, I was thinking about making a small industrial area here. Because we're going to get some content from a content creator about production chains, and there will be new industrial buildings coming. So maybe we could make a special district over here, which already connects with this little part, right? So it would be, look, a big industrial ring, actually an industrial area around all the cities. And of course, all of this would be connected not only by highways, but also by railways for both cargo and passengers. For people to come work in these industries, so that's the mega plan. Before, industries were isolated from each other and in a way, even disconnected from the cities, right? Now they're all integrated and interconnected between the cities, right? I think the only industry that's going to be kind of isolated is this one here, but other than that, it's going to be a big industrial area right in the center of the map, surrounded by cities. So here we need a T-intersection. This one might meet our needs. Maybe I'll place it a bit more over here. Look, right at the foot of the mountain. Let's bring this highway a little more over here and see what would be the ideal position for the intersection. There, the intersection is placed, and the exits are connected here. And now we're going to make the connection on this side. But here's how it's going to be. Look, we have this avenue here that connects nothing to nowhere, right? And I'm going to use it to connect with the other avenue here on the other side. Look, and then I'm going to make a nice curve here at these corners, obviously, both at this one and at this other one. Here and here. After this connection here, I'm going to pull this other end of the avenue here, right? Here to the south towards the water, and eventually it will cross with this one here. Look, and maybe I'll even make access through an intersection to this expressway, right? And all of this down here is going to be our port area, right? Because I plan to build a landfill here, see? Expand this coastline and build our port with downloadable content, bridge, and port. Already connected to our industrial area here inside the map. And then maybe I won't even do it, maybe not. For sure, I might not even build this port here today, but the avenue layout that I do want to make, look, so the route will be something like this, right? We close this loop, okay? So here the port avenue is already done in this process, and now the connection here will be made. I think this roundabout won't even exist anymore. Why? Because I think I'll just go straight from here to there, you know, a 2-lane road. Or maybe 3. Yeah, 3, since I'm already going all out, right? Really going for it. I just need to figure out where I'm going to make the tunnel entrance, right? Here, look, we have a bit of an extension here, and I think the tunnel would go in through here. Well, I think it's easier to make the tunnel first, right? Then we just connect the roads to it. All right, I'll make an entrance over here. I think it would come out here. Look, to have the shortest possible path, the crossing is here. I made the game so that it generated the tunnels nicely, right? Ah, it looks good. It didn't turn out bad. Let me check the other side too. Look, the entrance is pretty nice. I think we can leave it like this. And we have these two ends here loose, ready to be connected. So the thing is to bring it from here to here. I'm going to redo the connections here, right, with the proper curves, right, on both this side and here, because the tunnel comes out misaligned, right, there with the intersection. So we have to compensate here a bit with a curve to realign it, nothing major, right? It's redone here. It's even giving me a bit of work because I'm redoing this tunnel here to see if I can put this track underground. Before the curve of this avenue, the earlier it is here, the better it is for us to make the highway curve. Given the 3% slope, it has to be right here. I place the tunnel here a little bit more this way. We're going to have to make a nice curve here. Maybe I'll start curving already from here on. Let's see, right, how it goes. This will bring an overpass up to here at a 6% incline. That's fine. 4%, right? It'll actually be pretty easy. Then I'll bring a straight line up to here. And from here, I'll curve it right into the tunnel entrance over here and we'll gain some space here. Look, I think the integration of the route turned out okay, right? This curve here is a bit tight, but I don't think it would be impossible to do. Didn't you see? For sure, I think I would like it. Leaving a little earlier. I'll try to redo it just because I'm stubborn. Let's go. Let's take a slightly wider curve. Let's keep it really wide. It's gonna be really wide. It's gonna be wide. It's gonna be really wide. Meta. To make this express crossing and connect here with the rest of the road network so we can go up to this elevated road. I'll do the following. Turn this into one lane going and one lane coming back, only because it will be from this remaining lane that will create this access ramp, so a ramp here. It's hard to make this connection here. I think I'll do the same. I did it over there in the Japanese city, making these very side accesses right here at the descent. I make this descent a bit smoother and with a curved access like this. It's really sad that a village was replaced by an overpass like that, right? But it happens. What's up? Now I just need to make this connection here, where I'm even going to pull back this end of the road so I can leave from here. Look, on a curve, because I'm actually going to go around this MU tree here. I'm going to connect this road to this overpass up here and also make an exit to the avenue down here. Since it's on a curve here, it'll be a bit more complicated. To make it really straight, I'm going to take a dirt road and pull it straight over here, even if it glitches out here temporarily. It's just so I can align the road here, see, in the best way possible. And then I can delete this dirt road and everything goes back to normal here. And I already have these two ends of the highway lined up here with the overpass. So from here, the connection will be as follows. These two more central lanes will go here on the overpass and connect here. All right, see? And then it doesn't even stop on the local road or the avenue below, which leads to the industries. If he's here and wants to access the industry, he'll just take the other two lanes. And then from here, we'll have one lane that will come this way in this direction of the road, and the other one will come this way in the other direction. I'm just not sure if I should leave a simple intersection like this, or if I should make a tunnel and connect it directly here. I'll just keep it simple for now. We can make changes later depending on the demand, right? That's how it's gonna be. And then I'll do the same thing here on this other side with these other two lanes just to use it as a reference and help myself out. I'm even using a little dirt road to create these zoning squares that help me when I'm making this exit. Here, look, with the two lanes, see? And it fits perfectly here, side by side, right? Exactly the same. I made a good tip here. Using dirt roads for these purposes even simulates a construction site, right? So, well, here I'm gonna pull a lane, let me see from here, to give access to this lane, right? This lane and this lane here, see? It will come off the avenue around this point, right here at the championship. Actually, I think I'm going to update this to have 3 lanes. This avenue down here. The big problem is adjusting it with the columns, making it look good. Do you think it's good here? Good? The column only fixed this one here, which looks a bit weird, but then you can remove it individually. Here, it could be asymmetrical, right? Because I won't need 3 lanes on the other side, actually. It would be this one here, ready. Then yes, look, we have 2 lanes, right? A third one opens up because this third one is to exit here. Look, this traffic light down here, we won't need it, so it can be removed. Leave all the connections here just right to make it even smoother. I'm going to try to increase the size of the node here. And here, right, this other end here that was left over, it will join this crossing. So, man, I'm gonna hope this doesn't get too messy here. Look, I'll put it together here and there. Whoever is in this lane, on this street here, can come in here, right? Depending on the traffic light, right? It depends on the traffic light, then organize everything. And I'm even adding a lane calculation here because we're going to receive one, right? We'll become 3, depending on how well we organize things. We could even remove the traffic light. Let's make all the connections here. Look, this lane here will actually become exclusive just to go straight ahead, right? This one and this one here. It's for those who are leaving the highway and will enter here on the local avenue under the overpass. This one is exclusive for those who are leaving and will access the highway. And these 2 are also exclusive for those who will go straight here, right underneath. I think it's okay here. Let's hope this works out. I forgot here. Look, there's a Z here. Suddenly, I'll make this access smoother. That's it. Done here, ready to receive industries. Now I'll start drawing the blocks and all the industries will be 100% and totally interconnected. Actually, what I really wanted was to redesign these industries. What I wanted to erase and delete were these industries. Turn this area into the Eastern European village, right? Use all this space to create a proper village, but the demand doesn't allow it. Maybe, actually, we have a piece over here. Maybe I'll make an Eastern European area here, and here either Japan or I don't know. There's also a little piece of map here for us to use. Anyway, the spaces are getting scarce, but there's also some here. Besides that, there's not much here too, but I think this one is smaller. For now. There's a space here close to the Chinese city, and here, far away, there's also a piece of land, but it's very steep. I don't think you can build here. Anyway, the spaces are running out, but I think this big industrial area around here will serve our whole map well. One thing I want to do is also remove this cargo station from here. Actually, since I'm going to work on all the lines, I'm also going to delete all the lines here. Look, the train lines. And I'm going to redo them. I'm going to delete them all, and I'm going to redo them. Now, based on our large industrial area and the cargo area as well, I'm going to redo everything from scratch. And here, right, I don't think we're going to need a cargo station here. And why is that? I'll explain it to you. Well, our cargo shipping port will be right here, and here we'll have a station. And this station, besides serving the port, will also serve these industries here. By the way, these industries will be right next to the port to handle the shipping, right? And since they're right next to each other, you can see vehicles, trucks even, using these avenues here to handle the shipping. So I think we don't need this station here, and maybe it would be better to have a passenger station here. It's exactly to bring these workers here, so we can put a station right here. I'm not even going to make a special access road for the station, right? I'll just leave it directly connected to the avenue in this location, right? So it can be more or less in the middle here of all the industries. And of course, I'm gonna make a bus line here too, bringing people from the surrounding cities. But having a train station in the middle will really speed up the workers' commute. And this is also a very strategic place for us to use as a route, as a passageway, right? A path for the train tracks, right? Here along the side and going this way, I think so. And we can take advantage of this avenue and also put a station here to bring people in, either through a cargo station or a passenger station, right? To work around here. Well, let's see how a station would look here too. There's space to make a little dedicated street here, so maybe I'll do it like this, more or less, look, one way with a curved exit. Here. In the last episode, I even forgot to make the row of trees in this median, but it's done now, and I'm going to put another station here to serve the working class. So, man, from here, we can extend this line all the way to the Chinese city here and bring it over, right? To the central passenger station. We'll have two branches coming out from here, one going through the industrial valley, right? And the other comes around the outside, so two passenger lines meet here. It will be beneficial and provide access to all the industries, not just one. Now, we have to take this track to the other side and through a tunnel, right? Just like this highway. The problem is, will this turn out well, man? We should bring it to this side too, right? Not even this is the other side here. Well, let's see if we can get under this tunnel here on the highway, right? I don't think it's going to go underneath, is it? It's going to be tricky here. Maybe it's better if I start going down here, huh? I think here would be a good deal. Let's see. Or not, it wouldn't be. No, man, it's complicated. Maybe I'll go down right here, and when I'm in the middle where it's already pretty deep, I'll switch to the other side. And then I come out here. Look, just to finish it off, right? The track, or I can make it underground here too. Look, I can do it, wanna see? Look, I left this track. Here's the station. From this station, right here. Look, at this whole intersection, I'm going to start putting this train track underground here. Look, let's see how it goes. It's going to be this descent, a smooth descent, and here it becomes a tunnel. It's not getting in the way of the avenue here, right? Poor people. There are a lot of people, a lot of cars left loose here, right? It was once a fairly populated village of poor people. What about here? At this point, there's no use bringing the tracks back to the surface. It's not going to work. So we bring it up here only to go down the next tunnel right after, correct? I don't think it's going to help much. It won't look good. I can even do it. I'll make a straight line here. I'll try to make it as parallel as possible to this track. So you already know, right? I'm going to take this little dirt road here, see, because it's going to generate the zoning squares for me and help me out here. Look, leave the train track perfectly parallel to the avenue. From here, I can try to start the tunnel. I brought a curve here. Look, it's going to be next to the highway tunnel, but from here, let's see how it goes. We'll have to bring it back to ground level. Man, this tunnel is a pain to make, dude. This exit here, this entrance, I've redone it over and over again. Anyone who watches the raw video will know the struggles I'm going through here. This kind of thing would be so much easier in Cities 1. A million times easier, especially with the network multi-tunnel. I really wish I had this mod here. You have no idea. I think I managed to get in here. Oh, no, I didn't. It's all buggy here, just when I finally think I'm making it right. This shows up here, man. Then I refresh to the tunnel, the other side bugs out, and then it keeps bugging all the way back to where I was. Good thing it was here. Look, and then at each rail joint, look, a bug here, then over here. Look, a bug here, man. It takes patience. I think I managed quite a bit. I think I'm even afraid to mess with anything now and have it bug out and crash. Actually, I think it's bugged. Wait, is it? I won't save again. It's already saved. And it even has an exit here. Look, outside the tunnel, right? Just like the highway, because there's really a dip here. But anyway, this exit here, look, this entrance is fine, and it comes out here smoothly too, right? Big tunnel over here. The exit here also seems to be fine, right? I'm just trying to smooth out this tunnel. That's what upsets me. He can start here, so why does he start here with everything open, right? And then what if I come and try to update it? Just this part here for the tunnel, it's going to bug out, I'm sure. Look here, we could start the tunnel. Let's put it. Look, see, it bugged out. See, look, but then it would be good. Here it would be good. Look, if it just didn't have these bugs. Good thing I saved the game. Now I'm going to reload. Okay, I'll leave it like this. There's nothing else I can do. I've already accepted it. And it even got a break here. I didn't want it to exist, but I won't mess with it since I can't do anything. Leave it there to let the sunlight in, and then I'll reconnect, not connect this end here with the Chinese city. And here we already have the crossing from the other end, right? We got so focused on this tunnel here, look, that we forgot about this one, right? That passes through this intersection between the avenue and Spiral Road, but everything was fine. Good episode, my patience was tested there, and now I'm going to redo the routes. I don't want them to exist. In the future, it will go to the Chinese city. but for now, it doesn't exist and is incomplete. The final stop will be here, then we'll make the way back. All right, the way back is done. Here in New York, we also had a line that left directly from here, stopping only to pick up the workers here in Los Angeles. That's why this station here has 2 platforms. It didn't stop at the airport and ended here, right here at the industrial station. So let's add it too, an express one, just to pick up the passengers here in a more comfortable and convenient way, right? In the past, we had the line leaving from here, passing through the city of Los Angeles, looping around and ending here in the English city. But it was an excessively long route, way too long for 2 cities that are right next to each other. That's why I preferred to use this line to serve all the way to the Chinese city, because it really is a long trip, right? And then it would make sense here. Man, I'm going to connect the 2 cities by ferry. That's why I removed that whole long train route all the way here to the Praia dos Ingleses station. Okay, so we also had a line here coming from outside the map, stopping here in the German city at this station, and going to New York here under the sea. So let's use this platform here, and then from the German city here, where is it? The German city station. We also had a route that started here, stopped here at Praia dos Ingleses, then looped around here and went to the industries here at the other station, then made the return trip. This one could be the line that I'm going to extend, then the Japanese city, and then I'll also make a line, leaving here from Praia dos Ingleses and also going to the industrial area that we made here, and we'll use this same line. Or maybe not, or maybe I'll do the following. I'll start a line from here, stop here at Praia dos Ingleses, stop here at the Japanese city, and then stop here at the industry, and I'll make this connection. That could work too. And now the cargo lines will also be redone. We're going to make one here, look, so we can connect everything we produce in the district, in the industrial complex, and be able to ship it quickly and easily through the airport. And this other platform will be used for everything that arrives at the airport to be distributed throughout our cities. So I'm going to have a stop here at Praia dos Ingleses to be supplied, and then make the return trip here. Okay, so we can supply the German city. We're going to use this station and bring products from outside the map. We'll use this exit here, which is really close. Also, this station has a train track exit on only one side. There's none on this side, so that's why we do it this way. And then everything produced here in our industrial complex can also be taken to the English city. And in the future, use this train track. Maybe I'll even duplicate it and take it to the other cities and make sure we have a cargo station here. Maybe instead of bringing products from outside, we could bring products from here to the German city or from here to other places. That's possible. I think I'll take it from here to the German city. And then in the future, we can extend it to that port over there and supply the Japanese city here as well. And also finish here in the German city. I think it'll be better, and everything we produce here will export abroad. I think it's the best way for that extra platform, so that's what I'm doing here. Afterwards, we just extend it to the routes that still need to be extended. Okay, good day, play. We're going to lose a lot of population. The game is even lagging a bit here because it's recalculating everything. The people who were here will have to figure out what they're going to do with their lives. Look at the lag. Look at how many people are leaving. Man, it's a real exodus. Only a few people came up here. They're going to have to leave through the avenue down below, but that's okay. And we're going to have to wait a while to see all of this get going, for everything to get back to normal again. So I don't think there's much we can do about it. But there were already, look, some trucks making the express crossing here and then. I hope that it helps to clear up this area, but that's it. My friends, I'm going to end the episode here with you. I'm going to let the game run here for a while and then I'll come back. The trains here are already adjusting to their new routes, and it's just a matter of time. We've lost 1% unemployment since I hit play. It hasn't even been that long, but unemployment went down. Obviously, we lost population, so that was expected. Outside, 0 people live in what was once the Eastern European village. And there's a bus route here that used to go to the Eastern European village, which doesn't need to exist anymore for now. So, my dear friends, with this exodus, I'm going to wrap up the episode with you. From leaving our little industrial corner to the overpass, a lot of people are by the side of the road, and we're passing here over the overpass. Thank you very much. You made it this far. This episode of Major Overhaul. In the next episode, we'll get to work on the industries here. Thank you very much, you who are a secretary and are watching this video in advance, and you will have access to the raw footage and see the struggles I go through. And thank you very much also to our deputy mayors. At this moment, as I'm editing the video, they are Jose Fernando Censo Jr., Nagal, Pedro Mendes, and Rafuk Show. If you became a member after the date I'm recording this video, your name won't appear, but in the next episode, it might be there. We're always together. A big hug and see you next time. Bye.